Fat Fives football returns after surviving the stormy weather. We're running a week behind with our highlights, but never fear, Week 8 highlights are here. Another 12 games to bring you, and let's dive right into it. Starting with the lineups, as we always do on our highlight videos. Parmesan Belgrade lineup for you. Very strong lineup this week. Stephen, Chucky, Michael, Martin, Callum, Stuart and Paddy, all available for Parmesan Belgrade this week, having a fantastic season, finding themselves in second place currently. Can they keep the run up? Hopefully with this lineup that they will. Flaberdeen having the opposite season so far to Parmesan Belgrade, find themselves at the bottom, stuck there, but a little bit of an uptick of form has helped them build up some momentum recently. Doug, Sean, Jamie, all available for the main lineup, with Connor, Mike, Lewis and Josh all coming in from Commissioner, who'll be looking to try and pick up vital points this week. Scrandinavia, previous season champions, having a bit of a torrid time, but mainly due to injuries and missing personnel, and it's caused their results to go a bit topsy-turvy. Mike, Adam, Barry, all available from the main lineup. Josh, Brady, Barney and Kiar come in, with Barney making his debut in this week. O.B City up next. They are sitting currently second. They have a decent lineup this week, a little bit light on numbers though. They do call in Zach from the Commissioner squad. Willie's there again this week with Brian, Lenny, Stephen and Adam all available from the main lineup. As O.B City look to try and chase down the top two that are starting to pull away slightly. Rapid Viennetta lineup for you now. Cal is able to call upon Niall, Aidan, Gilly, Lewis and James, with Callum coming in from the Commissioner squad and making his debut at Fat Fives this week as well. Rapid Viennetta caught a little bit in the drama at the bottom. They'll be looking to turn things round this week, hopefully with some wins. Fatburn Rovers are current top of the league holders. They're building themselves a nice little gap, but they are light on numbers this week, only 6 available. Terry, Mitchell, Sean, Timber, Stephen and James all here this week to try and pick up some points in order to keep that distance growing as they hunt down a league title for the first time. Ivory Toes had a fantastic start, but again, similar to Scrandinavia, a little bit of attendance problems that caused their results to go a bit topsy-turvy as well. Paul, David, Uther, Neil and MJ all from the main roster, as Greg unavailable for a couple of weeks for the team. David S and Ross come in from the Commissioner squad to help out. And finally, Bayern Bru with an incredibly strong lineup and have consistently had strong lineups all season. Captain Roscoe missing once again this week, but Colin, Andrew, Cheesy, Gareth, Leaps, Martin P, Craig, Martin F and Taylor all available, with Joe Martins available. Hopefully they'll pick up some points. Looking at the table before kick-off, Fatburn Rovers at the top on 47, Parmesan Belgrade 41 behind, O.B City and Bayern Bru on 32 each, Ivory Toast 31, Scrandinavia 24, Rapid Viennetta 22 and Flaberdeen on 16 at the bottom, and we'll jump into the highlights. First match available for you this week, Flaberdeen versus Rapid Viennetta. Flaberdeen in blue shooting left to right, and Rapid Viennetta in orange shooting right to left. So after a week where we had to put a delay onto our games due to Storm Amy, it's great to be back with some more games to show you once again, and the lads excited to get back into it once again as Rapid Viennetta come forward. Cal with the shot, but the save there by Lewis from the Commissioner squad there in goals for Flaberdeen. Flaberdeen and Rapid Viennetta, to an extent, the two of them have been stuck at the bottom of our league table this season for the majority of it, as the ball comes across and Cal misses a golden opportunity there to put them ahead. Both these teams desperate, you'd have to say, to pick up 3 points in this match, especially against each other, with Flaberdeen being bottom, Rapid being on top, as Gilly hits wide, but then the shot is blocked there. Ball still free though, but Gilly unable to get the shot away there for a second attempt. Connor on loan at Flaberdeen this week, playing that back into Sean in the middle of the pitch there. Gilly comes in there and almost own goal there, but Lewis in goals for Rapid Viennetta gets a strong foot to push it away there. Still 0-0 in this match, both teams edging each other out, you'd have to say, as Gilly wins the ball there with a fantastic tackle against Connor there, and he's coming forward now. Gilly looks to play that ball but doesn't quite have the pace there, and Doug will pick up, and now the counter is on here. Doug still going, Doug with the shot, Doug with the opening goal, and a fantastic solo effort to get things going. A little bit of a P slipped into that word there for me. Doug there riding several tackles there, and then actually nutmegs Niall there as Niall looks to the ground there. And that's probably what threw Lewis off in goals there, as it looked like he was tracking the ball well, but it seemed to go to the right side of him unexpectedly. So 1-0 to Flaberdeen. This is a 6-pointer for Flaberdeen, you would have to say. Although, because we play the 3 games in a row, obviously if Flaberdeen go on to win this game and lose their other games and Rapid Viennetta win their games, this could pretty much be for naught. And that's a fantastic pass by James de Gilly. What a equaliser there from Rapid Viennetta. James there, 2 players closing down there and slots that through the tiniest of gaps there to the onrush and Gilly. The vision there by James. What a goal there from it. Credit to Gilly for making sure that that pass, that assist, had the finish on it there and manages to get it into the highlight package. It would have been a crime, but it probably still would have made it into the highlight package anyway if Gilly hadn't finished that off for it to make sure it landed into the package for everyone to see there. Connor with a shot that's saved by Lewis, and unfortunately Connor with that ball in the corner unable to craft himself another chance there. Rapid Viennetta on the march forward now, but it's been intercepted by Flaberdeen. You know, has it? Callum there making his debut this week at Fat Fives there with an opportunity, but it's closed down there. That would have been a fantastic start for him on his debut. First match, first week, and his first goal, but unfortunately unable to there. And the game is going forward now as the ball's played out to Connor there in the middle of the park, and Connor gets a goal, and Flaberdeen find themselves back in front there. The ball is played up to Mike, and then Mike just rolls that back to Connor, and it goes into the back of the net there to make it 2-1 to Flaberdeen in this match. And as I said, an important game for Flaberdeen to win, considering the position. As the shot is saved there, I think that's Cal once again with the opportunity to try and get the debut goal, but denied again there, and denies Rapid Viennetta way back into this match as Flaberdeen threaten the Rapid Viennetta goal there, but they are denied that opportunity as well. Flaberdeen corner through with Connor, but the ball is hit high over the top of the goals there. Rapid Viennetta look to play it out, but it's just going straight back to their goalkeeper. They're unable to find a way forward as Lewis plays the ball, and it's intercepted now. And a solo run here, played across the corner there, and Connor gets a third goal for Flaberdeen there, and that all started, you have to say, from the unsureness of Rapid Viennetta's back line. They were not able to get through it, Flaberdeen there. You wouldn't even say Flaberdeen were pressing. It was just nervousness to try and get that ball. A Gilly's shot just tipped over by Lewis and goals. And now Rapid Viennetta find themselves 2 goals behind. Scoreline 3-1 to Flaberdeen. What a win this would be for Flaberdeen. I actually can't remember seeing the last time Flaberdeen picked up a win. In recent weeks it's been some really tight draws, but they're looking comfortable now as Jamie comes forward, playing it through the corner, but it's intercepted by Cal, and James has the ball. Now can James pull a wonder assist? Not this time. A simple ball to Gilly though, and it's worked. Though he's in space, receives it back from Gilly. Great ball to the middle there, and Aiden gets the goal there for Rapid Viennetta. As I said there, simple ball, worked this time, didn't need anything complex, as much as we loved that assist earlier from James there. It's a simple pass back to Gilly that opens it up, gives him some space, and it opens up into Aiden from there. Full credit to Aiden for finishing that off, because we do see obviously these chances that are fantastic, but they do not get converted, and unfortunately there is no benefit. But on this time, the great news for Rapid Viennetta and Viennetta fans is that it did turn into goal. Bad news is they're still behind by a goal, but here's the chance now as Cal just shoots wide of the goal there. Is that going to be a regrettable moment from the captain there as he just shoots wide of the goal? It would have put them back into an all-square game as the ball just goes wide of the goal there. Lewis will collect that. Rapid Viennetta run out of time now as we enter our last piece of play here. And Flaberdeen looking comfortable with the ball. Jimmy taking that ball out wide as you do to kill off the game. Plays it straight to Lewis. Referee blows full time. 3-2 final score to Flaberdeen. Game number 2 from Week 8 highlights sees Fatburn Rovers versus Parmesan Belgrade. Fatburn Rovers in green shooting left to right, Parmesan Belgrade in white shooting right to left. So this is currently actually first and second in the standing of the league. And so just similar to the game above, which was the bottom two, we've now got another 6-pointer potentially on our hands here, as Michael there with a vital save from Timber's powerful shot from distance denies Fatburn Rovers the opportunity to go in front early on in this game. Fatburn Rovers looking the more comfortable so far as Michael pulls of another save there for Parmesan Belgrade. Michael's become a bit of a surprise goalkeeper for Parmesan Belgrade, you have to say. Been pulling off some brilliant saves in games. And of course, with it being five-a-side, there is going to be goals conceded. There's no way to get away from that fact, as the shot there from Callum from Parmesan Belgrade bounces off James and goes and off the crossbar. And then Callum on the second opportunity after some brilliant possession work there from Martin in the corner. It equals into the opening goal there. A little bit of stutter from myself there. Brilliant finish there from Callum. Martin winning that ball brilliantly in the corner there, keeping it away from Fatburn Rovers, and Callum getting the opportunity to convert. So 1-0 to Parmesan Belgrade in this match. The second place team striking first. There's a chance here for Stephen, but unfortunately he's unable to convert for Fatburn Rovers there. Now Parmesan Belgrade, little passes here playing at the back. They are allowed to do that, just in case people are wondering. You can play it back to the goalkeeper and they can pick up at any time. It's just if the ball is played with the goalkeeper's feet, the goalkeeper can't pick up afterwards. Oh, and that's a great volley there by Timber, but unfortunately just a little bit high. Would have been a spectacular goal if that had hit the top corner there. Mitchell coming forward now, and he scores and gets the goal for Fatburn Rovers to level things up very quickly once again in this match. Mitchell about halfway line there, great power on that. Michael unable to shift his body to get in the way of it there, and the game is all square once again. Stephen with the ball at feet, getting past Terry there. Stewart gets the shot away and it's landed right back at the feet of Terry there. So possession given away there by Parmesan Belgrade very quickly after restart, but they've got it back now as Michael rolls it out to Chucky. Chucky now looking to take on Stephen. Some options there, but goes wide, and the shot looks like it was going to creep into the bottom corner there, but James stuck out a strong foot to deny, and Fatburn Rovers have the chance to come forward now. Stephen with the ball, it's bounced off the wall, and unfortunately now he's into the camera dead zone. We'll see who comes out. It's actually Stephen with the goal there. Stephen for Parmesan Belgrade beats Stephen from Fatburn Rovers to win the ball back there, right up against the camera. And what a shot there into that corner. Mitchell's was impressive, so is that one. Two great goals in this match so far. 2-1 the Parmesan Belgrade though, and they will be delighted as they look to hunt down Fatburn Rovers at the top of the table. This could be a significant blow to Fatburn Rovers, but as said in the first game, we play 3 matches in a row. Stevens won that ball there and tries to flick it into the goal there, unable to, and the follow-up there's loose, but James makes the save there. As I said, we do play 3 games every week, as you will know by watching the highlights every week. And remember, if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe to get notifications of our latest videos when they go live. But for those that watch every week, you'll know there's 3 games for each team available each week. So and there's a save by Michael to stop an own goal there. I'll wrap this quickly up. If Fatburn Rovers win this game but go on to lose the other 2 games, or Parmesan Belgrade, it kind of becomes no longer a 6-pointer game. I'll finish that point now. We'll get back to the action as Chucky heads straight into the hands of Sean there, and Timber looks to play the ball out there. Parmesan Belgrade picking up possession now on the far side. Chucky, lovely step over there, and a good save from Sean, and goes now. Chucky with a second chance, and it bounces off the post there. Instinctive goalkeeping to instinctive shot hitting there, you have to say. Bit of instinct work there as Paddy picks up the ball with another shot. Sean saves again, and fortunately for Sean, it bounces off a player in front of the goalkeeper's box and lands in his hands. Parmesan Belgrade have grown into this game, you have to say. They're looking much more comfortable as Cal with a shot there, but it's saved. Chucky now picks up loose ball and tries to keep it under control there. Callum now with the opportunity near the camera up against Terry. Callum still has the ball. Terry biting away at the ankles there. Fair, but the ball has been given to Stephen there. A bit of an unorthodox pass there. Callum with some back heel there. and it's gone all the way into the box there. And there's shouts now for a penalty, and the referee is pointing for the penalty. Have a look at this. It looks like Terry's touched the ball in the box. Oh, it does look like that ball is in the box. It is sitting majority over the line there when Terry's touching that ball. He should have left it for Sean to pick up there. And it's a penalty for Parmesan Belgrade. Chucky steps up. And Chucky converts. And you can see the unhappiness in Terry there as this goes in. But unfortunately, it looks like from our angle, the near side, the referee has made the correct call in this call for the penalty. And Parmesan Belgrade have got themselves a huge, you want to say luck, but it's not that they were desperate for it. It's just a very, very fortuitous situation in there. And Fatburn Rovers will be kicking themselves for making a rookie error like that. As the ball just goes wide there from Mitchell, Michael jumps on that. Now, just for context, viewers, with that shove between Chucky and Mitchell are pals, been friends for a very long time. There's friendly banter in that. Please don't anybody think there's some malice in that shove in there. Timber coming forward there with a shot, is saved by Michael, and it's bounced off of Stephen. Stephen, great control to get that ball away from his box, up in the air. Mitchell there challenging with Stephen. Stephen holds him off. The ball now with Chucky. Chucky gets it all the way through, but James there on the end of that unorthodox piece of play and gets the ball under control there. A little bit of a tackle there on the far side. Timber, a little bit so there as Martin takes the shot and gets it in the back of the net there. And that is a 4th goal for Parmesan Belgrade. Martin, the first to react to that ball, but bounces off the backboard there. And Sean, who looked like he was trying to just swipe that ball away with the feet, obviously gets the positional standing of his feet wrong there and then swipes basically into fresh air to unfortunately concede the goal. And Paddy quick from the restart there with another goal. Stephen comes forward here, tries to play it. Paddy intercepts through on goal. Lightning Paddy here, 1-1 with the goalkeeper, and places it round the side of the goalkeeper. And within a flash, we've gone from a 3-1 game here to a 5-1 game, as it looks like Parmesan Belgrade should be seeing this game out, as Fatburn Rovers have the opportunity there to get another goal, but it just goes wide of the goal line there. Long ball played up, still in play, and the ball bounced off the backboard, and Sean will collect for Fatburn Rovers. And now can they get forward? Timber up against Paddy now. A little bit of just, I wanted to go down, but not in a bad way. Oh, Timber with the shot, and Timber with the goal there, and that's the 2nd goal for Fatburn Rovers. As I was saying, Timber there kind of just taunting, but in a sporting way, by leaving the ball open there. Paddy commits and then leaves Timber to get into the middle of the pitch to get on the end of that pass from Mitchell there. Action so quick, I can't even keep up with the commentary. That's a 2nd goal now for Fatburn Rovers. Scoreline being 5-2 now to Parmesan Belgrade as we enter the final piece of play here. Fatburn Rovers looking to try and just improve the scoreline as James unfortunately just swipes the air there with that volley. Great control. It was set up perfect, but he just couldn't apply the finish there. Michael with ball in hand rolls it out, but the referee blows full time. 5-2 to Parmesan Belgrade. Game number 3, Part 5's Week 8 Season 9 highlights sees Ivory Toast versus O.B City. Ivory Toast in yellow shooting left to right, and O.B City in black shooting right to left. Ivory Toast, O.B City, both sitting about mid-table. We've got a large number of games where our teams are all sitting around each other. And in fact, Ivory Toast and O.B City both sitting on the same points in the league right now in 3rd and 4th, as Ivory Toasted with the early opportunity, but Zach matches the shot well with some great acrobatic saving there. Zach loves to have a camera on him to show his acrobatic skills and goals there, as MJ with a chance there, but Zach manages to pull the save out there. Ruther now asking for the ball, receives it, and it's played out wide, but it's saved once again as Stephen comes forward for O.B City and hits the post, and it's bounced off the goalkeeper. And Stephen gets the credit for the goal here. Stephen pushing forward, and it gets about the midway line. Great shot there. Unlucky that it hits the post, but very fortunate that the way that it bounces back off the legs of Paul in goals for Ivory Toast. Nothing he can do there in goals in order to try and stop that ball from going in the back of the net. Just cannot react it bouncing off the post And unfortunately for him and Ivory Toast, they find themselves 1-0 down in this match as the ball rumbles along the top of the goals there. Zach might have slightly come out his goals there. I'm not sure he touched the ball though. And it is a bit of momentum, so we do give the benefit of the doubt there. I think the defender got to the ball first and cleared it, and Zach's momentum just unable to keep him in the goals there. Stephen playing the ball forward to Brian. Brian with a shot, and it's in the back of the net there for the opening goal, where they 1-0 up. It's the second goal of the game. It's Brian's opening goal of the week, let's just say. That's what I intended to do there. Lovely little nutmeg through the feet of Paul in goals there. And unfortunately for Ivory Toast, in a flash, they find themselves 2-0 down in this game. They're looking to come forward once again in this match, but unable to carve out any opportunities there. The ball is played all the way up to David there, but Stephen comes across and makes a block, and now it's switched to the other side. And it is skiffed there. Willie ends up getting that ball back to his goalkeeper, and the chances are done there for Ivory Toast. Ross coming forward now with the shot, and it's hit just wide. David there with a chance, but unable to hit the target as the ball bounces just out of Zach's goal there, and it is played back through to the goalkeeper. Bit of a wind up this one. He's telling his team to go forward as if it's a 11-a-side game, but that's a great ball to Lenny there, but unfortunately Lenny's touch a bit heavy there, and now Ivory Toast come forward, and the goal there from David S into the back of the net there. Like I said, that was a great ball through to Lenny, but a bit too hard. He couldn't get it under control there. David picks up on that fortunate bad touch by Lenny there and hits it into the back of the net, obviously giving Zach the eyes there, making him dive the wrong way. And the scoreline now reads 2-1 to O.B City. Ivory Toast get themselves back into this game. Ivory Toast looking to come forward, and actually just a worthy note, we've got David S from the Commissioner squad who's currently running with Stephen to try and grab the ball but unable to, and obviously there's David B who's part of Ivory Toast's main lineup, so you'll see and hear me refer to them with the initial of their surname to make things a little bit clearer for the two Davids on Ivory Toast. But back to the action, we've got Brian on their side battling away and has won that ball well, and Willie now unable to get that ball under control there. And if you can hear any kids in the background, we had a few of the kids from the players and staff here tonight that was in attendance as Stephen puts on a bit of a show there for the kids with that finish there. Stephen takes that ball off the wall there. Neil comes across to try and help. He's got David and Neil there, Stephen, to get past, and smashes it past both of them there and gets it into the back of the net. Full credit to Stephen on that. Unless you're able to react to the shot about to happen and get across it, it's all credit down to the striker there as David B with the ball at his feet there looks to come forward. Playing in the middle there, and the shot just high from Ross there, unable to hit the target. O.B City now on the attack. Brian, nice footwork there from Brian, finds Adam on the far side. Adam there with the shot, but just wide, and the ball doesn't bounce back from the board into his feet, unfortunately for him. But Neil now in some space for Ivory Toast. Can they get a goal here? And a save there from Zach. Neil on the move already. Half volley there, but straight into the hands of Zach, unfortunately for Neil there. David ball playing it through to Neil, and it's replied back to him from Neil as David B hits the post there with that chance, and Ivory Toast trying their best here. They just need a little bit more rub of the green here, although David S, the goal scorer, with the ball. Can he pull off something else now? Plays it through to David B. David B rides the tackle there. Can he get the shot away? He does, and you would have thought that if he hadn't have scored that goal that it probably was a shout for a free kick there. The tackle there from Willie, it's not malicious, it's just a little bit late there, but David B rides it, plays the advantage well, and gets the reward for staying on his feet there. Great to see that reward for good sportsman conduct there in the face of that. David probably had every right to claim for the free kick there. However, it's just great to see when players continue on and trust that the referee will make the calls there, but to reap the rewards of the advantage. Ball's loose on the other side there as Paul came to the edge there. Brian tried to dink it over the top. A very daunting challenge here at five-a-sides with the size of goals that we play with, but unable to as Paul reached up and get it. Ivory Toast coming forward. David B with the shot, and it's saved by Zach. Boother will look to pick up the second second ball there and looks to try and play things on there. David B now with the ball, and it goes all the way through to Boother once again. Boother's lost the ball, though Stevens picked it up for OB City, and it's cleared away there. And once again, Ivory Toast picking up the loose ball, looking to try and latch onto any opportunity that they can get forward to try and bring this game to a 3-all conclusion. Ross with the shot and the save there from Zach. It looked like Zach was about to commit to his right hand side, but quickly moved over to his left and made the save against Ross there. Willie now with the ball into the corner, and he needs some help. He decides to shoot. That's a good shot there. I think it might have hit the post actually, or it was a great save by Paul, but either way it remains 3-2 as Paul looks to get his team away up the pitch quickly. They know they need this goal. Neil coming forward, and that's just inches wide there from Neil, as the O.B City goal is hanging on by a thread to this win, as it just goes wide there, and Zach, cat-like reflexes, jumps on the ball, bouncing off the backboards there, and gets it under control. Long through it to Lenny, goes straight to the goalkeeper as the game is quickly heading towards its conclusion. David with a shot, it's going to go wide. Stephen will collect that. The referee blows for full time. 3-2 in the end to O.B City. Game number 4 and the last of our first round of fixtures of Week 8, Season 9. Scrandinavia versus Bayern Bru. Scrandinavia in red, shooting left to right, and Bayern Bru in purple, shooting right to left. I actually think these two are also next to each other in the table, but I think there's a bit more of a bigger gap between these two teams. A bit of a trend, and I swear it's not the fixtures organiser doing this on purpose. This has simply just happened by chance. But anyway, these teams both looking to try and get some points to the table. Bayern Bru have a bit of an up and down season in terms of the fact that they've had really strong attendance all season so far, as they take the shot early on here, and Cheesy gets the goal to set them on their way. Martin F, and again we've got two Martins, so I'll be using their surnames like in the previous games. Gets the ball across to Cheesy there. Cheesy gets it through a ruckus of bodies there. Might have taken a nick off one of the players, but definitely takes the touch off the post to go into the corner there. And Bayern Bru get themselves ahead in this match. As I was saying, Bayern Bru, it's weird when you look at their position in the table. It feels like they should be higher up, but they are obviously where they are. But Scandinavia having a really, really hard time in terms of they've got a number of their main players out injured. Champer's out injured, Chris is out injured, Homer is currently out injured, I believe, as well. So there's a number of key players that have been missing for them, and they've been struggling for it now for the last couple of weeks, as the shot here just goes wide of the goal there and then straight at the goalkeeper. So both teams ultimately looking to get points here to improve their positions in the table. As the ball goes across straight to the goalkeeper there, Martin with the chance, and Martin F with the chance, assisting in the first goal, now converting and goal scorer in the second one there. Very unfortunate from Scandinavia's point of view, you have to say there. It's a save from Barry after Andrew took the shot on goals. It landed straight at the feet of Martin there. Very fortuitous for Bayern Bru and for Martin, the goal scorer there. But they've converted, that's the main thing. As the ball gets to the edge of the box here, and Craig makes a fantastic save against Josh there. Josh, ex-Parmesan Belgrade captain, now part of the commissioner squad, as he is denied a chance to get back in, and Scrandinavia once again just missing out on the chance to get a goal. They are having a little bit of rotten luck, you would say, so far in this game, in some good positions with some good opportunities, but unable to convert. Bayern Bru just now, we're here watching a bit of a substitution here as two players go off. Gareth, one of them for Bayern Bru, coming on, and there we can see Cheesy there on the pitch, and the game will get underway once again. Long ball played all the way through, bounce between two players, Cheesy with the turn, Cheesy with the goal, and I think the highlight team wanted to show how soon it was after Cheesy came on the pitch that he's converted the goal here. That's a brilliant turn by Cheesy, some brilliant footwork. Once again, Scandinavia with the most rotten luck, you have to say. That ball bounced off of two players just completely by unfortunate bad luck, whatever you want to say about it. Just rotten luck there for Scandinavia. But full credit for Cheesy. Fantastic turn with the ball at feet there and slotted that away brilliantly. And once again, Martin, they're trying to show some fancy footwork as well for Bayern Bru, but just not happening there. Scrandinavia 3-0 down in this game, looking to get forward, and the ball is played up there, and they try to find Adam in front of goals, but just not happening. I believe that's Barney there trying to get that ball through to Adam. Barney making his debut this week as the ball bounces off him and then lands all the way back to Martin F in the half for Bayern Bru. And what a goal there from Martin. Shot from distance there. Be interested to see, is this on purpose or is this just to try and get the ball away? It looks like definitely on purpose. And I don't think it took a nick on the way through. But Scrandinavia somehow find themselves 4-0 down in this match. It is complete rotten luck, you have to say, as Mike collects this ball on the far side. It sounds like as if I'm saying Bayern Bru don't deserve to be winning. That's not true. They do deserve to be winning in this match. It just feels like every shot they take goes in the back of the net. But Barry, they're proving that's not the case and showing that he is making saves. And that's a key point to this. It does feel like as if Bayern Bru are walking through. But as you see there, Barry making another save, keeping his team in the game here. And it looks like Bayern Bru are actually just taking shots from distance. That seems to be their key way of getting into this game. As Josh has the ball at feet, looks to play it through to Kier there. Kier there with a shot, just wide of goal. Did you see there? Scrandinavia playing some good football, cutting through Bayern Bru there. They just can't seem to just get that finish there as Adam looks to play it in the middle to Josh. Josh, now it's 3-on-2 for Scrandinavia, plays it wide to Kier. Kier now takes the shot, and that's brilliant defending there from Bayern Bru and from Gareth there, and it goes all the way through to Mike back in the Scandinavian half and back to Kier. Kier now with Martin keeping him company. Kier past one, almost past another there, and Gareth defending well there, and it's on the edge of the box there. Andrew looking to play through Martin. Martin takes the shot, saved there from Barry, and Martin the first to react as that comes out the box there, and it is 5-0. And you do really feel for Scandinavia there. Barry doing good work there to try and cover. And then Martin just the first to react to the ball. And it is a fifth there for Bayern Bru. And a little bit of an extra jump start there from the kickoff by Coco there. 5-0 Bayern Bru. Again, definitely deserve it. The finishing has been top notch. But you have to feel for Scandinavia. They've had chances. They just haven't had the rub of the green to get those chances converting into goals. Ball played through the middle to Gareth. Is this going to be 6 now? Brilliant defending there from Barney. Got across there and managed to put Gareth off and not get a clean contact with his shot to the ball there to stop a 6th going in. But once again, it's Gareth through once again. Barney with a save. This time the ball doesn't land at the feet of a Bayern Bru player, and Scrandinavia the chance to defend. Andrew now with the shot, but he's just hit wide of the mark there as we enter the last bit of play here in this match. Can Scandinavia hold on? Can they get a goal, actually, to maybe show something for all their efforts? The ball is gone wide past Barney there. Him and Taylor go chasing for it into the camera dead zone. Barney comes out there. It's just behind Adam and just behind what looks like his leaps there on the far side there. And the ball is now back to Scandinavia, and the referee blows full time, 5-0 to Bayern Bru. Game number 5 of week 8, season 9 of Popeye's football sees Fatburn Rovers versus Ivory Toast. Fatburn Rovers in green, shooting left to right. Ivory Toast in yellow, shooting right to left. This is the start of the second round of fixtures. Every team has played one game already this week, and so this is what we call the middle game. This is where everybody is amped up that little bit more after getting the rustiness out of the first game, and the tiredness hasn't quite set in for the last game, as Paul makes a spectacular save there against Mitchell. But the follow-up is collected by Fatburn Rovers, lands at the feet of Sean, and is converted there for the opening goal. The ball bobbles around there. Terry gets across there, manages to play the ball there, even though Boothard does get a touch on the ball. It does arrive at the feet of Sean, who smashes it past Paul for the opening goal in this game. So that is 1-0 now to the league leaders in this match after Ivory Coast conceding early in this game. Boothard looks to play in through into David B there. David playing it back to Boothard. Boothard into the camera, dead zone there, plays it back to David S, and then James plays it up to Mitchell. Mitchell through, on with the goalkeeper. Oh, the dummy there and the finish. That's a brilliant finish there from Mitchell. The goalkeeper comes rushing out on the edge of the goal. They're expecting the early shot there. Commits to the dive. Mitchell takes it round the goalkeeper and with his left foot slots it into the back of the goal. And it is 2-0 in this match. A very quick counter-attack there from Fatburn Rovers as Ivory Toast looked like they had the chance to get forward. Ivory Toast lose the ball. Fatburn Rovers punish them for it, and it is 2-0 in this match. Long ball up to James there. James looks to take it into, once again, the dead camera corner, and we'll see who comes out on top with the ball. James is on top of it, though. Plays it through across to Mitchell, and there's a third goal there, and Mitchell's second in this match. James, with some great work in that corner. Sean there, nice little touch that tees it up for James to play it across to Mitchell there. I'm not sure if Sean's touch was that definitive, but we'll give him some credit, obviously, in the build-up play. And Mitchell applies the finish there to have 2 goals in this game and to make it 3-0 to the league leaders after an unusual loss in the first game for Fatburn Rovers against Parmesan Belgrade. It is a bit of return to normality here for Fatburn Rovers as they come forward. Show them the chance, and Paul pulls off the save there. I actually thought for a moment there Sean was going to try an overhead kick, but you see Sense plays it into Mitchell, and they are rewarded with the 4th goal here. Sean there not doing what I thought he was going to do there. Mitchell just goes past David there onto the edge of the box. Sean plays that ball and it's in the back of the net, and just that ghosting around the back of David S there, Mitchell found himself in the perfect spot to convert the goal there. So 4-0 now. League leaders looking strong on this form, looking more like the leaders that we've seen for the majority of this season, and they will be ecstatic with their current position in the game, a comfortable position for them to try and control as David sees it all the way back to Paul and goes for Ivory Toast out to David B. David B, lovely little turn against Sean now. Now he's into the corner there. What's he going to do from here? Takes the shot, it bounces off the backboard, Boother receives, and Boother gets a goal for Ivory Toast here. David B, brilliant work on the far side there, just smashed it across the box there. Boother, lovely touch there to kill that ball as it comes off the board there, sets him up right. Timber reacts as quick as he can, but that first touch from Boother there, that is the key to everything there. It kills that ball in front of him, and it gives him that opportunity to just flick that past the goalkeeper, and that is the first goal for Ivory Toast in this match. Fatburn Rovers battling away in the Ivory Toast, have to try and win that ball back again. Sean there winning it well, almost plays it through to Terry. Ross now trying to get away with it, but it lands back at the feet of Terry, and Terry gets the reward with a goal there. The captain showing that he can get in on the goal scoring action as well here. Pass from Mitchell into the feet of Terry there, and Terry just slots it past Paul in goals there. Terry not known for his goal scoring prowess there, but definitely getting in on the goal scoring action with a vital goal there for his team. 5-1 the scoreline as David B pushes forward there, but the shot just over the top of the goal there, unable to convert it. Ross looking to play it out wide now to Boother. Ball just a little bit heavy there. You can see the frustration in Ross there. It's not been timed as well. David B with the shot. Oh, and it's actually hit off the crossbar and the goalkeeper. That is as close as you can get without scoring in this game. Just rotten luck again for Ivory Toast. David B asking for the ball, and the shot straight at the goalkeeper, played straight into the feet. Well, I say straight into the feet, a little bit ahead of David B. Not a huge amount there, but just unable to get the ball either side of the goalkeeper there. And the scoreline remains 5-1 as the ball is saved by Paul and bounces off a defender there. David B coming forward now. Boother, nice little reverse ball back over to David B there on the other side. Now, what's he going to do from this position here? Looks to square into the middle. Nobody there, but Neil will come running across to try and get on the end of that ball and try and win it in the camera dead zone there. We'll see who comes out with the ball. He's played through to Ross. Ross with the shot is saved. Back to David. David B takes a shot. David gets the goal there for Ivory Toast, and that will keep him and his teammates happy there that they've managed to get another goal in this match. David there with the shot into the back of net past Stephen in goals there, and that will change the scoreline to 5-2 in this match. So Fatburn Rovers now still with a 3-goal lead, but they'll need to make sure they don't ship more goals if they want to make sure that they give themselves a very healthy lead at the top of this table. Ball played all the way up into the Fatburn Rovers half, and once again, ball into the camera dead zone, unfortunately there. But Neil looks like he tried to play it there, it's been blocked, and now Mitchell comes out. Mitchell there, Mitchell with a shot, and it's saved by the goalkeeper, but the referee is blown for a penalty. And from what we've been told, it sounds like feet out of the box. We have a look here. Looks like just there as the save is made, it looks like the feet are just outside the box there. And I think because the save is made by the goalkeeper, it has been given. Timber with the penalty there. The goalkeeper actually jumped early there on the sound of the referee's whistle. And normally that can be a retake if it's saved. However, Timber slots the ball into the back of the net. No retake needed. The striker used the advantage, or the goal scorer used the advantage that they had there. And it is 6-2 now in this match. Fatburn Rovers were looking comfortable, but maybe not too comfortable right now. Boothar, just squints it wide of the post there. Unfortunately for him and Ivory Toast, they're unable to get another goal in this game. Ross on the run now with the ball. Ross plays it across to David B, and he's hit it over as well. Just a little bit more finesse from Ivory Toast, you would think, in this match, and that would sort them out. Should have handball there, but I think it's just basically accidental as the ball goes across the goal line there. Unfortunately for Ivory Toast, unable to get anything on target there. Ball goes all the way through to Stephen there. Sorry, that was Fatburn Rovers with the shot earlier, not Ivory Toast on their own goals. Terry there with the ball at feet. Not much long left in this match as Ross looks to pick it up and plays it out to David B. David B looks to play up to Boothar, but it's intercepted. The referee blows for full time. 6-2 final score. Game number 6, and we have reached the halfway point of the Week 8 highlights, and to commemorate that halfway mark, we've got Scrandinavia versus Parmesan Belgrade highlights for you. Scrandinavia in red shooting left to right, and Parmesan Belgrade in white shooting right to left. Early on here, Scrandinavia trying to get up the pitch and try and get some shots and goals early on, but Paddy there bracing through the midfield there, taking a bit of a knock, but is up on his feet as Barry looks to receive that easily with both hands there. Quick roll out to Keir here as Keir pushes forward with the ball. Stewart there for Parmesan Belgrade wins the ball, and it goes into the camera dead zone as Stewart comes out on top. Midway point, takes the shot, and it's in the back of the net there. Great winning of the ball there from Stewart, as we suspect, as we cannot see it with the dead zone camera there. And Stewart's shot, though, we get in full splendour as it bobbles into the bottom corner there to give Parmesan Belgrade the early lead in this match. Scrandinavia there straight after kickoff, just heading wide of the goal there as they look to come back into this game as soon as possible, but unfortunately unable to convert the shot on goal into an actual goal as Paddy hits the post there with that shot. Paddy coming through there, Barry bracing himself for this aerial save, but unfortunately for Paddy and Parmesan Belgrade, it goes wide of the mark, and so does that shot there from the Scandinavian players there. Michael looking to get the ball out and away. Paddy can't quite get the ball out of his feet there as he looks to play it across to Chucky. Chucky takes that ball into the dead camera zone area, so we can't see quite what's going on. We'll just wait to see who comes out victorious with the ball, and it's Parmesan Belgrade, but it's been intercepted. Adam there with the ball at feet. Adam takes the shot. Adam gets the goal for Scrandinavia, and they finally get to taste this week what scoring a goal feels like there. That might sound really harsh, but in the previous game they weren't able to convert any of their shots, and Adam there, you can see the joy just emanating from his face there after scoring that goal. You can feel a lot of weight lifted off of their shoulders with that as the ball goes all the way through to Barry in goals, and it looks to get things restarted here. The ball now with Scandinavia. Josh in the middle of the pitch takes the shot. Michael down with the save, and the shot there just over. It looks like that was Barney there. just couldn't quite keep that shot down to get it on target, and Parmesan Belgrade will breathe a sigh of relief. Barney with the ball at feet there, bounces off of Stephen's second opportunity, and this time it hits the post. It looks like might have been the backboard there, but either way, just shy of hitting the target there. Barney once again with the ball at feet, playing across to Kier. Kier looks to take the shot in the reverse, and it's bounced off the post there. So unlucky for Scrandinavia. Definitely grown into this game after Adam's opening goal there. Now they know how to get the ball in the back of the net. You can see they're desperate to. Barney takes the shot there again off the post. This is literally, I mean, 2 of those should have been converted, really, you would think, with the way that they were on target. The Scandinavia should easily be 3-1 up, if not 4 with the chances. Is this something that they're going to rue by the time it gets to the end of the match? All these chances, the ball is dummied all the way through, and Scandinavia look to try and pick it up, and it ends up into the hands of Michael in goals for Parmesan Belgrade. Cam plays a great ball through to Paddy, and Paddy has punished Scrandinavia. And yes, you do wonder if those chances that hit the post moments ago for Scrandinavia will come back to haunt them. And it could be the case by the time we hit full time in this match. But it's 2-1 to Parmesan Belgrade, and Scrandinavia will just have to keep on pushing through. Adam to Josh. Josh takes the shot, but it bounces off of Stephen there. Good defensive work. Paddy's 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, and he hits wide. You would have put your house on for Paddy to hit the back of the net there. I bet just hits it wide of the goal. Barry with the save, looking to get Scrandinavia on their way. Barney coming forward, plays it out wide to Josh. Josh now with the shot. Save there from Michael, and it's been picked up by Parmesan as they look to get up the pitch very quickly. Scrandinavia on the attack once again though. Josh with the ball, but it's been stopped by Stephen. But Josh might still win it, but he's lost out, and Paddy looks to come pick it up again. Use the boards to play it back to Stephen. Stephen's got Barney there, now plays it to Chucky. Chucky now forced all the way back to their defensive line, Parmesan Belgrade, as Stephen comes forward, hits from distance and gets another goal, and that is almost a carbon copy of Stephen's goal from the very first match earlier on this week, where he hit it from distance, once again near the cameras as well, so you can see it in its full splendour. And it's 3-1 to Parmesan Belgrade. Those post hits from Scrandinavia definitely now looking like they're going to be regrettable misses for Scrandinavia, unfortunately. And it is slowly becoming a rough week for them and their fan base here. Stephen cheekily just getting past Kier there, plays it out to Paddy. Paddy with a shot and just goes wide. The goal's Chucky, nice little turn. Chucky with a shot. Chucky with the fourth. Full credit to Chucky on that one with the turn. The ball bounces off the board there. Chucky stands the ground. Lovely turn there. Kills the pace on it, but keeps the momentum of the ball through the turn. Full credit to him for that. That was sensational piece of footwork there with the ball, and Parmesan Belgrade go 4-1 in the lead as the ball is just smashed away there into the camera dead zone, so we can't quite see what is going on there, and it comes out across the goals there, but no one in the Scandinavian red able to get onto it there. Kier collects that ball on the far side, takes the shot, save from Michael. Good goalkeeping here from Michael. Only the one goal so far past him. And Stephen looks to play it through to Chucky. Martin's made a run there for Chucky. Does he see him? He sees him, doesn't use him. Chucky continues to go. Now he uses Martin. Martin to Chucky. Chucky through and goal. Great save there by Barry. Down low, feet out, stops it there. But unfortunately, Stephen once again shot from distance. Barry can't get down low this time in order to make the save, and twice now Stephen has beaten him from this sort of distance here. Just the power on the shot. Barry unable to react quick enough, and it is 5-1 here. Josh plays it quickly to Kier, but eventually it is blocked there. I think there might be some shouts for handball, but not sure about that, to be honest. It would have been very tight, or it might be shouting for somebody to play the ball. Either way, the game continues on in this way as Scandinavia defend all the way and play it all the way across to Kier. Kier looking to come forward, looks to find Josh. Josh there on the edge of the box, still has it. Chucky looks like he's defended well on the edge of the box, and Michael looks to play out Stephen quickly here. Stephen in the middle of the pitch, he's going to shoot again. He is from the same sort of distance, and he's got a third there. Similar sort of distance. His favoured side there He plays it out wide there and hits it with the left foot. And this might be a note for anybody playing against Stephen and Parmesan Belgrade. And he moves that ball to his left foot. Do not let him. 3 goals, 4 if you include the one from the earlier match. All from a similar sort of position there, and all in a very similar style. 6-1 now to Parmesan Belgrade as Martin finds himself in some space. Can he make it 7? Save there from Barry, and as well as those shots hitting the framework earlier on for Scrandinavia, it is Barry that has kept this game as it is with only 6 goals. As Josh takes a shot there, and Michael, and big credit to Michael as well. Michael's made some brilliant saves for Parmesan Belgrade to keep it only at 1 for Scandinavia. Another save from it there, and another save, and unfortunately Scandinavia cannot get a good contact on that ball. With mere moments left in this match, Kier hits wide, Josh tries to get onto it, Michael picks it up, full-time whistle goes, 6-1 final score. Game number 7, week 8, season 9 Fat Five football sees Flaberdeen versus O.B City. Flaberdeen in blue shooting left to right, and O.B City in black shooting right to left. Both these teams, I mean, every team's looking to get 3 points, let's be honest about it here. Flaberdeen probably needing this more than O.B City, you would have to say, in the grander scheme of things. But Zach pulls off a great save there to deny Sean early on. I'm going to go into every one of these games and just say that every team needs 3 points. But I think especially Flaberdeen, after getting a magnificent win in their opening game, they'll be looking to build upon that momentum from the first match to try and see if they can get the points and stop themselves being cut away, drifted away at the bottom of the table. But it'll be interesting to see the position at the end of all these fixtures this week, considering Scandinavia's results in the first 2 games so far. Stephen now with the ball for O.B City, looks to play across to Brian. Brian to Stephen. Stephen now can't just quite get a touch on it, and Flaberdeen will look to get things going again. Flaberdeen now up into the O.B City half. Corner here, playing it across to Jamie. Still 0-0 in this match. Jamie playing it back to Corner. Corner, little burst of speed there, and the ball just trickles past Zach's goal there. And Flaberdeen looking to build upon that momentum. The ball played all the way out there from Lewis, but it lands at Willie. Now back to Sean. Sean, some step overs. Nice little touch there. Jamie with the shot. Zach with the save there. Jamie still has it, but eventually the ball is lost. And now it's Flaberdeen coming forward, play through into the middle, but Stephen intercepts. They get it back once again, play it through to Connor. Connor now rushing through. Connor with the shot, too high there. Zach does take a touch on the save there, but it's still too high anyways. The ball goes all the way back to Lewis in goals there. Bit of a waste of possession there. The shot from distance, bounce off the backboards, and Zach once again receives again. Brian tries to get that in but can't. Connor, nice little touch. Connor with the hit. Connor with the goal, and Flaberdeen are the team to strike first in this match. Connor there taking that ball in, nice little touch, and then takes the shot there, and it goes into the bottom corner, and Flaberdeen have themselves an advantage in this match, and they will be absolutely stoked with that and putting themselves into the driving seat to try and get 3 points in this match. The ball bobbles around there, and eventually it is seen all the way back to Lewis in goals for Flaberdeen. Still just the 1 goal in this match, and we are quite deep into these highlights already. So it'll be interesting to see what this final score turns into as Sean hits the post there. Looked like that was going to trickle into the back of the net. And Brian just goes wide, and all the action now coming alive in this game. End-to-end stuff, chances both end, but unable to make any definitive finishing there. And Zach fingertips save to deny the shot there. Unbelievable stuff there. And I believe that was actually Josh that tried that in front of goals and just couldn't convert it there. And then Mike there trying to get onto the end of the ball, but unable to. Flaberdeen pushing themselves forward all the time in this match as it's across the other side now. Flaberdeen with the shot, the save once again by Zach denies Flaberdeen a chance to go further ahead in this match. Brian trying to take that ball under control. He's got Doug there for company. Doug tries to tackle. There's now 3 of them there. The shot there from Lenny and just goes wide of the goals. O.B City pushing forward, trying to get something here, but they are struggling to get themselves forward. as the ball swings into the box now. And Lenny there, just a touch on it, but just wide. And now Connor looking to break away here. He's got Doug for company, but there's 2 back for O.B City. Connor with a shot. Stephen closes that now to deny him. Connor with another shot, just goes wide of the goal there. Incredible stuff as we are actually remarkably entering the last bits of play. You can hear those final whistles going on the other pitches here. Just the 1 goal in this match. Corner now bursting forward for Flaberdeen, just hits wide. And is there a final chance for either team here? Jamie trying to play it to Doug. Doug a little bit slow off the feet, and it ends 1-0 incredibly to Flaberdeen. Game number 8 sees Bayern Bru versus Rapid Viennetta. Bayern Bru in purple shooting left to right, and Rapid Viennetta shooting right to left in orange. Rapid Viennetta early on here now with an opportunity, but Gilly can't quite get onto the end of that ball and will have to be brought back into the middle of the pitch if they can get out the corner. Unfortunately, just in our dead zone of our camera there, gets it all the way back to Niall. Niall back to Aiden. Aiden now, will he take a shot? Takes a good touch, shoots there, and it's the opening goal in this match, and Aiden has it for himself there. Nice little play between Aiden and Niall there, and then eventually Aiden pulls it into the middle of the pitch there, pulls the trigger on the shot, and Martin there unable to apply the defensive work there, and Craig unable to get anything on that as the goalkeeper. So 1-0 now to Rapid Viennetta in this game as they look to try and pick up some vital points in this match. Bayern Bru have been doing well so far this week, but it is Rapid Viennetta that have themselves in the lead in this game now as they look to continue to push forward in this match, but they're unable to convert that opportunity there. Game just stopped for a minute as the ball comes back onto the pitch and it goes all the way to the Rapid Viennetta goalkeeper James to get things started once again. Long ball up to Aiden there. Aiden trying to get onto the end of that ball. Does so successfully on the edge of the box though, and it is fought there and goes all the way back to Craig and goes for Bayern Bru. Martin F playing up to Taylor. Taylor now, ball at feet, loosely back into Martin. Martin with a shot. Martin there with the goal, and that makes it 1-1 in this match. Lovely little play there, you have to say, fully orchestrated by Martin there for Bayern Bru. And it has put them into a position where they've drawn the game back to 1-1, giving them a chance as they just shoot wide of the mark there. And James will collect that for Rapid Viennetta. So 1-1 now. Rapid Viennetta's lead has disappeared within one nicely coordinated move between Taylor and Martin there, as they look to come forward once again. Bayern Bru, but the hit just wide now. Aiden, there's a chance to counter-attack, playing it through to Cal. Cal there, just behind Aiden there. And now the ball all the way across to Gareth now. Gareth now looking to collect the ball there, but it goes all the way back to James, and Rapid Viennetta can restart again. But Andy, he's intercepted the pass there, and the speediness of Andy there matches onto the end on the ball there and puts it away for the second goal there. Andy there quickest to the ball as it's loose just in front of the Rapid Viennetta goal and punishes James for a poor ball out from the back there. Although I think it needs to be taken partially the responsibility as well for the teammate unable to get it under control. But Bayern Bru don't care in any case. It is 2-1. They're in the lead as Taylor comes forward now. Taylor now gets a shot away. And he gets a goal for him. You can hear the applause in the background there. As you see this all the time, Taylor, an absolute fan and player favourite here as an individual at Fat Fives Football. Everyone elated for him. Fun fact, never kicked a football, or soccer as they call it in the States, Taylor being American, before joining us here, and now scoring from wonderful bits of open play here. It's great to see the continued improvement and growth of people like Taylor, and we're absolutely ecstatic to have them at Fat Fives Football. So applauds all around. Maybe not from the Rapid Viennetta players though, who find themselves now 3-1 behind, but I'm sure afterwards they'll appreciate the goal for him there. Cal struggling to get that ball away. Gilly comes across and helps now, and Gilly gets it past Andrew, but it's been picked up by Gareth. Gareth 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Can he convert? James with the save there, Andy with the opportunity there, but it cannot convert. Cal now up against Gareth and has the wall there, looks to play it across. Great switch of the play there from Cal, and Gilly can collect that ball, and Gilly goes past Taylor there, and with a shot it just goes wide and behind the goals there, unfortunately for Rapid Viennetta. Lewis now trying to get the ball played through, looks to find Niall there, but the ball is lost, and Andy first using that pace on it and just puts it wide there. Andy's pace absolutely frightening in this match. You can see the space there available for him. Lewis on the end of that ball on the far side. Lewis playing it back to Aidan. Aidan now takes the shot, and the ball just goes high there from the commissioner player, and who I believe on Rapid Viennetta for this match there is actually Callum, who hits that over, unfortunately for him there on his debut. Would have been, and again, opportunities in the earlier game to get his debut goal on his debut week, but another opportunity goes wide there. Bit of battling on the far side there, but the ball still ends up in Bayern Bru's hands with Andy with the shot, and he gets another goal to his name in this match. Andy being incredibly impactful in this match. Already got a couple of goals for Bayern Bru already in this match, and added another and makes it 4-1 to Bayern Bru in this game. And there is a 3-goal lead for Bayern Bru. Now they will be thinking that they have the opportunity to push on ahead and to secure this game, but they're going to have to make sure that Rapid Viennetta don't convert one of those chances that seem to be cropping up every now and then for them, as Martin looks to come forward and the ball just goes wide to Coco there, and it looks like Rapid will pick it up. Aiden's going to try and get on the end of that, but Leeds will probably be the first to get there, it looks like, and he does, and he plays it all the way back, and Andy's now picked up the edge of the box, uses that turn of pace to get past Callum with a shot. Oh, and he's bamboozled James there, and James's face and goals says everything. He doesn't even know how that's gotten past him there, but it has, unfortunately for Rapid Viennetta there. James stood up. I think he thought that was going wide, and it's curled into the net there. And it is now 5-1 to Bayern Bru in this match. Aidan can't get that ball. Well, actually, he does. He does actually get that ball under control and back to Callum, but eventually the ball is lost in the camera dead zone there. And Bayern Bru looking on top and in control to see this match out with 3 points. Martin F on the other side there looks to play it in the middle of the pitch, but nobody there. Closest is Martin P, who's chasing after that ball. Aidan, nice little turn to get past Gareth, looks to play it in the edge of the box, and nobody on the far side there. Cal came to near the middle, but couldn't get on the end of the ball there after some good defending there. The ball's played through to Gareth in the middle of the pitch. Gareth takes the shot. Oh, and Gareth there with a 6th goal for Bayern Bru. Unbelievable stuff in this game. Shot from distance, and it goes in the back of the net. And by unbelievable, the main thing I'm referring to is the fact that Rapid Viennetta looked like in 1 second that they were about to get an opportunity on goal, and then it completely flipped and they've conceded at the other end. It's incredible how much this game has ebbed and flowed. You never would have said that Rapid Viennetta were completely out of this game or didn't have opportunities to get forward and get a goal, but they just haven't been able to do it. As Cal wins the ball, looking to come forward, Cal the shot, and Craig there with the save there to deny him there. Bayern Bru now losing the ball out to Rapid Viennetta, and Cal has an opportunity, and Cal's got space, and Gareth comes across, good defender, but Aidan has the ball, and it's just gone wide there. And these are the sort of opportunities I've been referring to when Rapid Viennetta, when I said that Rapid Viennetta are not fully out of the game. As James looks to play it up to Gilly, we've only got moments left. The referee, probably soon you'll see on the screen, will be looking at his watch as Cal's the ball at feet, looks to play it up to Aidan. Aidan takes it into the corner. Referees there, whistle raised and whistle blowing. 6-1 final score to Bayern Bru. Game number 9, Bayern Bru versus Parmesan Belgrade. Bayern Bru in purple shooting left to right, Parmesan Belgrade in white shooting right to left. Last round of fixtures. All teams have played 2 games already. This is their final and 3rd game for this week, so everything rides down onto this. And as the players tire on, as we see week after week, especially those watched every week in our highlights, this is where a lot of eventful stuff happens. Tiredness kicks in, desperation kicks in for the points, and already we can see goalkeepers taking out their own defenders in the box. Parmesan looking to start things off again here. Michael with the ball. Taking a bit of time here. Looking to play to Martin. Oh, it's a poor pass by Martin. And Andy takes the opportunity there and says thank you very much with the gift put up on a plate for him there. Martin looks to play that through to Paddy. Just no power on that pass. Andy jumps in there with his frightful speed and gets the shot away. And Bayern Bru hit the back of the net first, making it 1-0 in this match. The ball goes long all the way to Craig from kickoff, and that's a poor turnover of possession there from Parmesan Belgrade, you will have to say. Martin into the middle of the pitch there, collecting the ball. He's got his own speed there. Very pacey team here, Bayern Bru tonight. But Stewart picks up, takes the shot. Oh, the touch by Craig there. It might have been going on target and it just slipped through the hands, but fortunately enough for Bayern Bru and Craig hit the back of the board there. The ball bounced around. Michael goes to collect it, and there goes the danger. Ball played up to Stephen. Stephen now on the turn with a hit, and it's off the backboards now. Stewart looks to collect. Stewart coming in there. Oh, it's a heavy touch. Taylor got it on there. Andy's used the boards. Andy through. Oh, what a finish by him there. That pace, unbelievable there. Gets in front of Martin, hits it off the board there. Lovely turn, and then he's got all the time, the little skip of the feet there, making sure he makes perfect contact with it. He does so, and it is 2-0 to Bayern Bru in this match. And they have quickly got themselves into a very comfortable position in this game as Parmesan Belgrade hit the post there. Would have been a great response from the boys in white, but unable to make it count there. Michael looking to get things there going again, but Callum loses the ball and Gareth with the shot, and it's saved. And Parmesan Belgrade go unpunished from that defensive mistake there. Martin on the far side, Martin F battling there with Paddy, still has the ball and then plays it all the way back to Andrew. Andrew tried to find either Martin or Gareth, but it hasn't quite come off, and Parmesan Belgrade have got the ball under possession here. Stephen there with the shot, Craig there with the save, but it's rolled out the box, but two Bayern Bru players there picking up, no danger there. Andy with the shot though, and from range, Andy completes the hat-trick there after a gift of an opening goal, a superb solo run there with the help of the boards. Andy there takes the ball from his own edge of the box all the way to midway and shoots from distance to score to make it 3-0. What a way to end your hat-trick in this game. Stewart there with a block and Andy to deny him a chance to get a fourth, and Gareth is blocked by Paddy to deny Bayern Bru getting another opportunity. Ball switched over possession. The Parmesan Belgrade are going to be rocking after this really just momentous start from Bayern Bru, and big thanks to their player Andy for being so clinical with his finishing so far in this game. Bayern Bru again, ball in control here, and Michael to the edge of the box, and that's some save by Michael on the edge of his box to go and get that ball. Plays it out to Stephen. Stephen there up against Taylor. Stephen looks to cut in, takes the shot, and he scores with that wonderful left foot that he has there. The ball rolled all the way out from the goalkeeper to find Stephen there in the corner there with Taylor, and he just takes a little touch in and gets it in the back of the net. Slightly different from the goals that we've seen Stephen score for the majority of tonight, but again it's that left foot that does the magic for Parmesan Belgrade, and the scoreline now reads 3-1 Parmesan Belgrade, finding a way back into this match. And Stephen once again has got the ball, but he is crowded out there, and defensive work for Bayern Bru comes to rescue. Coco with the opportunity, and the save there from Michael. Callum there putting a bit of pressure on Coco, but he managed to get the shot away, and Michael makes the save. Gareth now receiving the ball from the wide side, looks to play it into the dead zone on the right hand side, and it's back to Gareth, and Michael down with the save. Bit of a shout there. I think they were trying to get away, Parmesan Belgrade, but you can see Bayern Bru there getting back quickly. Now Parmesan Belgrade have the ball with their goalkeeper once again. Stephen there takes the ball in, takes a little turn there, shoots wide, unfortunately for Stephen, is not quite on to the target there. Ball from Parmesan Belgrade finds Gareth in the middle, bobbling a bit, a wee bit, but it comes all the way back to Craig and the safe hands of the goalkeeper there. Still 3-1 the scorelines. The ball goes to Gareth. Gareth looking to make his way through. He's passed a couple now, and the shot is blocked there from Stephen, and now Chucky picks up the ball there. Not quite, the gameplay's on, not quite foul. Steve in the middle of the pitch there. Oh, and Steven's got a goal there for Parmesan Belgrade, making it 3-2, and it's maybe signs that the comeback is on for Parmesan Belgrade. Chucky keeping that ball on the far side, playing it through to Steven, and then Craig there unable to react quick enough there for Steven's shot, and it goes in the back of the net there. So 3-2 now in this match as Craig plays it out to Leach. Leach looks to come forward. It's intercepted by Chucky though. Chucky playing it out to Callum. Callum now, middle of the pitch, takes his shot and Craig gets the save. But it's back to Parmesan Belgrade and Callum now. Can he get another shot away? Callum still has the ball. Middle of the pitch, tried to backheel there, but it is stopped by Cheesy there, I believe that is. Yep. Plays it forward though, and Stephen has the ball. Stephen, nice little turn in a shot, and he's bobbled back out, and it's in the back of the net, and that is just pure determination there from Stephen, you have to say. First off, gives the dummy to Leaps there, then takes a shot. Craig makes a save, it comes back out to the edge of the pitch, and then Stephen takes the shot there. I say pitch, sorry, I meant box. Goes out of the edge of the box, and Stephen there, without causing any sort of touching the ball in the box or anything like that, gets that goal and completes his hat-trick. And we've got two players in this game now who have completed hat-tricks in this game. Andy for Bayern Bru, Stephen for Parmesan, and it is 3-all solo. Well, not quite. You can tell the teamwork in this as the stop there from Michael in goals for Parmesan Belgrade. Great strong hand there, and I think part of the framework might have helped, but big save there from Michael to keep it 3-all. As Paddy's shot there, and Stuart can't quite get on it, and Craig gets across there to stop that from trickling over the line. Very, very close there, but Craig reacted quickly to get back on it. This absolute end-to-end stuff here in this match. Enjoyable for anybody watching these highlights. I would say that this has just been action-packed. There was some great football on displays. Paddy plays it through to Chucky. Chucky now holds off the player there. Chucky still holding off Chucky with a shot. Chucky with the goal, and Parmesan Belgrade have turned this game around from being 3-0 down to now being 4-3 in the lead. Some comeback for Parmesan Belgrade there, and Chucky just using his strength there to hold off Martin to make sure he didn't lose the ball there. 4-3 the scoreline now, and Bayern Bru facing disaster situation, looking comfortable 3-0 up, have allowed Parmesan Belgrade back into this game. And I said this at the start, these final games, this is where the tiredness kicks in, this is where the desperation and determination kicks in, as Chucky gets a shot away, but Craig is down there to save. Referee plays for the game to get going once again. Stephen plays to the Chucky, and the save there from Craig. And now Andy looks to play it into Cheesy there. Cheesy out to Martin, lost it there, and Paddy now with the shot, and it's bounced to the backboard. Chucky misses the open goal. Oh my word, is that going to prove costly? It's blocked there by Coco. Andy's got it. We've got mere moments left here. Cheesy with the ball out to Martin. Martin shoots, Martin scores! And the referee blows for full time there. Incredible comeback there for Bayern Bru. Absolute seconds left of this game. Cheesy plays it to Martin. Martin slots it in, and manages to get the equaliser, and the celebrations there. Referee's blown for full time. It's 4-all. God, what an end to this game. Game number 10 here at Fat Boys Football Week 8 Season 9. O.B City versus Rapid Viennetta. O.B City in black, shooting left to right. Rapid Viennetta in orange, shooting right to left. Again, last games for these teams, so this is where we see the predominantly large amount of action as Niall receives that ball from Gilly. Pass it back to Aidan. Aidan just wide. Niall with a chance, but Lenny stands strong and blocks the shot there. Gilly up battling on the other side, and I think that's against Willie, and it is there. And now Gilly's one out. He's got Niall this side. Can he find him? He does, and Niall just shoots wide, and Zach will collect that ball and be grateful as he holds it into his chest with both hands there. O.B City up into the Rapid Viennetta half, and the ball is squared across. Brian's longer there, though he's moved, and Gilly comes up with the ball. Gilly pushing forward. Gilly now up against Brian, and Brian wins it, and now the break's on for O.B City. Willie's in space, nobody marking him, and Willie scores the opening goal in this match there. You can see the counter there. Brian looks at it. It's almost like everyone's forgotten Willie's up there. He's just standing waiting for that ball tackle to arrive. Cal tries to get back, but Willie puts it into the back of the net, and that makes it 1-0 there. Massive slice of fortune there for O.B City, you would have to say there, that they won the ball back so quickly, and Willie had hung back in the Rapid Viennetta half there. As Gilly now has a chance, takes the shot, but just goes wide with it there. So 1-0 to O.B City, as Aidan looks to get forward, playing a long ball up to Lewis there. Lewis, get it on the end of it there. Pass Stephen now. Lewis with the shot. Save there from Zach. Bounces back to Brian. And Lewis will collect that again. And some nice little juggling there. Plays it all the way back to Cal. Cal now has some space, but he chooses to find Lewis on the far side. It's a little bit ahead of him though, as Lewis looks to play it, and Lenny intercepts there. Adam with the header. Brian through on. Can Brian convert? Yes, he does. Counter attack there from O.B City. Brilliant header here from Adam. Right, that's brilliant into the path of Brian there, right onto him there. Just lets it bounce, and as it comes down, hits it on the volley there. Great work there from O.B City, and they are now 2-0 ahead in this game, and looking like they're going to try and take full control of this, but not for long, as Aidan has hit back almost instantly in this game. Long ball by James, played up to Aidan there, uses the wall there to his advantage, and then the tiniest of gaps between Zach and the post there. Aidan manages to find it. Great finish by Aidan there, and Rapid Viennetta are right back in this game, and they needed that, you would say. It is a massive shot of boost into the arm there for Rapid Viennetta, not being out of the game for long. A 2-1 being the scoreline. Cal wins that ball ahead of Brian, and now he's playing it back to James in goals. James with ball at feet, looks to play to Cal. Cal, long ball up there, and now Aidan has the opportunity to run onto it, but he's up against Stephen, but Stephen wins that ball. A nice little turn, and he's moving forward now on the far side. Stephen, ball at feet still, riding the tackle. Stephen all the way. He's gone too far though, and he's on the far side into the corner and looking for help. Finds Lenny in the middle of the pitch, so right in front of goals, and Lenny past Cal and James and into the goal there. Nice little take there from Lenny, middle of the pitch, right in front of the goal. Cal, they're trying to put him off, trying to act as a defender, but Lenny just ignores him and takes the shot and puts it past James to make it 3-1 in this match. O.B City getting themselves right back on top once again after being pulled back into it by Rapid Viennetta. Aidan there with a chance just wide of Zach's goal after some good build-up on the far side there. Aidan takes a shot, but Stephen in the way to defend in front of his goalkeeper and to deny Aidan a shot on target there. And the ball goes all the way back to James as things looks to restart. Lewis flicking that up, but Stephen getting that ball into control, but middle of the pitch. Oh, nice little flick there, but unfortunately Gilly's wise to it and stops the pass being played through. Would have been brilliant if it worked off for Stephen though. He's got the ball once again up against Gilly again. Will they keep it simple? He does! He shoots and he scored, and that's 4-1 now to O.B City. They are looking incredibly comfortable in this game now. Stephen pushing forward there. Gilly just pulling back a little bit, waiting for the time, but manages to get the timing wrong by giving Stephen plenty of time to get the shot away there. 4-1 now to O.B City as the ball is played through to Aidan, but Aidan's shot is blocked there. Rapid Viennetta did so well to get back into this game so quickly, but it's now starting to run away from them a little bit, you would think. Gilly, though, has the ball, but midway in the pitch, he's got Adam there, still hunting him, still keeping with him. Adam's committed, missed the tackle, and Gilly slots past Zach there to make it 4-2 in this match. Adam there did so well, and then just got goaded in by the feet of Gilly, and then he just plays it round with a lovely little bit of footwork, and then slots the ball away into Zach's corner there, and the scoreline now reads 4-2 in this match. A bit unfortunate there. Adam did so well tracking Gilly, but Gilly knew exactly what he wanted him to do, and unfortunately for Adam, he did fall for it there. Rapid Viennetta now coming forward into the OB half. Gilly with a shot and the save there from Zach, and now Stephen has a chance. Stephen going through. Stephen takes a shot just wide of the goal there. and the ball is being loose off the board, and Adam's shot goes wide. Willie now with the chance, and it ricochets off the feet of James then and ends up all the way back into the O.B City half. Some save there from James, not only to make the save but to clear the ball. Stephen takes the ball down into the camera dead zone there, and we'll see how it comes out. It's hit across the Rapid Viennetta box, but Aidan plays it back to his goalkeeper, and now the connection between Callum and Aidan there, and it's in the back of the net. Aidan with the goal. Callum there, the on loan commissioner player there, with the assist there. Lovely little assist, a little reverse pass there over the top of the player. Aidan dinks it past Zach and goals, and Rapid Viennetta have now brought this game back to a 1-goal difference. They have given themselves an absolute lifeline to try and get back into this match. The ball is played all the way up to the opposite half as Gilly goes to collect and looks to try and start another attack here, but it fizzles out. James collects the ball in his box, plays it out to Aidan. Aidan looking to find Niall. Niall just off the camera there, back to Aidan. Aidan back to Gilly, but he doesn't quite make it, and Brian has the opportunity to push forward. And will O.B City punish Rapid Viennetta? Stephen just hits wide of the goal there, and then it's picked up by Lewis. Lewis to Gilly, who's in space. Gilly, will he shoot? He plays to Lewis, though. Lewis with the shot, and it is there, the equalising goal for Rapid Viennetta. Brilliant comeback by Rapid Viennetta. An absolute sucker punch to O.B City, who were looking so good for the majority of this match. But Rapid Viennetta have stuck in there and have managed to get themselves back into this game 4-all the score line now, with incredibly 3 goals in a row now has got them back into this game. Now the question is going to be is, will the scoreline remain 4-all, or will either team push forward? The momentum is with Rapid Viennetta as they come forward with Aidan here. Saved there from Zach, and Lewis tried the spectacular, just couldn't quite get the control under it. Brian though, great stopping of the ball there, still has it, plays it, and it's just wide of James's goal there, and the Rapid Viennetta goal, and Willie looks to mop up the loose ball there. Adam couldn't get it under control. It's played through to Gilly, and Gilly sees his shot saved by Zach. Great goalkeeping there to keep this game alive for O.B City. Still got time left for either team to go take it. Whistles are being blown in other matches, but this game still continues on as the ball bubbles around, but it's eventually saved by Zach on the edge of his box there. Rapid Viennetta definitely look like they've got that bit of momentum here as O.B City defending for their lives. Willie can't quite get a touch on it, but eventually plays it safely back to Zach. Zach takes the opportunity to feed it into Adam. Adam has the ball into the camera dead zone, and then eventually comes all the way through to James. James quickly starts off an attack, must be the last attack here, plays it through to Gilly. Gilly, nice little robot. Gilly with the goal. Rapid Viennetta have turned this completely around from a position that you thought they would take if you offered it to them with a 4-all draw. Gilly now scored what looks like it should be the winning goal in this match to make it 5-4 to Rapid Viennetta, and indeed the whistle's got it. It's 5-4 to Rapid Viennetta. Final score. Game number 11 of Week 8, Season 9, Part 5 Football sees Scrandinavia versus Ivory Toast. And Ivory Toast hit the back of the net straight away here in this match. Boother there receiving the ball, playing it out to Ross on the far side there, and Ross hitting that with a bit of distance and using the post to get it into the back of the net. So before we even got a chance to get the introductions done, we're already seeing a first goal of the match, which might be an indicator that we're in here for a high scoring game. To finish off the introductions, to make sure everybody understands what they are watching: Scrandinavia in red, shooting left to right, and Ivory Toast in yellow, shooting right to left. So 1-0 Ivory Toast. That gets them into a good position as that ball just trickles past the Ivory Toast goal after Paul gets a touch, and Paul the second save there, and now he's allowed Ross to get away. Ross with a shot, he's hit the post. End-to-end stuff in this match. Booth on the other side with the ball, takes the shot, and then Barry gets the ball under control to stop this end-to-end action, or maybe not, we're still going with this. Adam takes the shot, it bounces off of David there. Boothorn now with the ball at feet. Adam with another shot. Ross with the shot there. It's saved by Barry, and now Keir underway with Scandinavia pushing forward. Keir still going. Keir with the shot. Keir with the goal. Oh my lord, we have had action end to end already in this game. What a start to this match. Ivory toast with the opening goal, and now Kier for Scrandinavia with the equalising goal there. Lovely solo run there between opposition players and the boards. Managed to keep a hold of the ball and then slotted away to make it 1-1 in this match. And I am hoping that this is my opportunity now to catch some breath, as the eventful start to this match has just taken it all from me in this game so far. Scandinavia now with the ball, looking to play it there, and Paul wisely left that ball. I don't think he was going to get that under control before it left the edge of his box there. And the game cracks on here. Paul receiving the ball, playing it out to Buther, but it's been intercepted. And now the ball is being picked up on the far side there. Ivory toes at the back now. MJ playing it through to Ross. Can't quite get it. And there's a shout for the keeper being out the box. And the penalty is given by the referee here. And we will see closer in the replay here. The ball there. It doesn't look like it quite entered the box fully there. The majority of it being out of the box there. I think that's a decent call. It's very tight though, but I think it's a fair call to make by the referee. Buther steps up and slots it away, and unfortunately for Scrandinavia, they find themselves 2-1 behind in this match there. All the Scandinavian players ready to jump on that ball if it was saved by their goalkeeper, but unfortunately not. And unfortunately for Barring goals there, it did just bounce off his leg, so he managed to get almost something on it, but then it just went into the goal. So 2-1 to Ivory Toast in this match. And you can say that's been a bit of a kind of defensive blunder there for Scandinavia, but they've got plenty of time to get back into this game, you would say. The ball played all the way up, but Adams intercepted it. Adam hits some distance there. Oh, and it just trickles past the post there and goes harmlessly into Paul's box there for Ivory Toast. Buther still has the ball, but it's intercepted. Now Barney's picked up, tried to find Adam, but it's went all the way through to Ross. Ross with the shot just wide there. Buther has the opportunity, goalkeeper's down, and a great defensive block there from Scandinavia as they look to come on the attack now. Adam looking to try and get past MJ, but is unable to, and the ball just eluding players here as Ross picks it up on the far side. Ross pushes forward now and plays it back to MJ. MJ now telling players to go long and chips it all the way through to Scandinavian goalkeeper there. Ball's played out to Kier. Kier looks to play it into the middle there. Can they get onto the end of it? Yes, and it trickles into the back of the net for Barney's goal here, and I think that is his first goal at Fat Fives Football, making his debut this week. And so as we've reached the latter end of the fixtures, he's managed to get that goal on his debut. So a big congratulations to him here. Ivory Toast kicking off once again, 2-2 now. The game is all square as Kier's coming forward now. Kier gets a shot away. Oh, Kier with the goal, and Scandinavia find themselves in the lead now in this match. 3-2 the scoreline after going behind very early on, almost instantaneously in this game. Kier has managed to drag them out after the whole penalty situation, and they're back in the lead. Sorry, they have gone into the lead for the first time. It was Ivory Toast that were in the lead previously. 3-2 the scoreline here for Scandinavia as the Ivory Toast players come forward. David B with the shot, and that lead for Scandinavia unfortunately did not last long. That is an inch perfect pass there, pierces through that tiny gap there in between. Kier can't react quickest to it. David B receives it right where he wants to receive the ball and just places it into the bottom corner, and it's now 3-3 in this match. Scandinavia need to pick themselves up again. I mean, it's still 3-3. It's anyone's game now at this point, but Scandinavia will be hurting a little bit after losing that lead, after gaining it so quickly. And in fact, we've had two incredibly quick goals to go from 2-2 to 3-3. Scandinavia defending well here as Josh bursts forward, tries to get the shot away, but Paul makes a save on the edge of his box there. There's a shout for the pass, and there's a shout for in the box there. Ivory Toast telling the Scandinavia screaming for it. Ivory Toast are saying it's not in the box, but David B goes up the other end and scores a massive controversy here, you would say. First, let's look at the goal. As we know, the goal in itself alone is valid outside the instance before it. David B running with the ball there, great finish with the left foot past the goalkeeper, and then we'll turn our attention to this penalty shout. Let's have a look here. Oh, it looks like his foot was in the box, and you can feel Scandinavia will feel absolutely frustrated by that. But the question is, are they feeling frustrated after conceding the penalty from the goalkeeper being out? That might be the biggest motivator for this, that they felt like they'd been punished one end and not rewarded the other end. However, It is what it is. The games are played at a pace and we have to rely on the referee's eyes there, and they won't give what they don't see as the ball's played all the way up to the other end, but the shot there just goes wide of the Ivory Toast goal there. Buther now, ball at feet, Buther coming forward, and eventually it finds David, who has to come back and collect the ball, and Barry there with the save. The shot from Ross is then chopped off as the player's inside the box there. Scrandinavia looking to come forward, but the ball has been switched over to the Ivory Toast possession. This game is going completely end to end. There's a shot there saved by Barry, and Josh will clear that ball away from there. Scrandinavia up into the Ivory Toast half and given some room in the corner. They're trying to get the shot away, but eventually goes all the way through to the goalkeeper there. The ball is played through to David B. David B now with the ball, looking to switch it across to Ross. Ross has the ball here. Ross looks to switch it back to David. Switching sides here. David with a shot. Save there from Barry. And the second from David, though, goes in the back of the net. Unfortunately for Scrandinavia, that brilliant save by Barry to start with went straight back to David B. He managed to get the ball under control and then just head it into the bottom corner there. And Ivory Toast have extended their lead now to 2 goals to make it 5-3. Straight from kickoff there, Josh with a shot, and Paul has to make the save instinctively to deny Scrandinavia getting right back into this game almost instantaneously, and things can settle down a little bit from there. Scrandinavia up into the Ivory Toast half now, looking to play it out to find a teammate there. Barney's got it on the edge of the box. Barney with a shot, and Paul with the save there to deny him getting another goal to his name there. And we'll look to try and pick that goal up there. The ball up, sorry, not the goal. Be impressive to see Paul pick up the goals and take them around the pitch. Paul with the ball at feet now. Paul looking to play that ball out. Josh has got it though. Can Josh get the shot away? He looks to play in Brady. Brady with a shot. Brady with the goal there. And it is 5-4 in this match. Josh, nice little pass there to find Brady. Brady there as Paul comes flying out there. He manages to get it underneath the goal there as Brady and Paul. Again, pals who know each other off the pitch as well. So all sporting like with this sort of celebration. And Brady there looking to try and give a little bit of a wind up to his pal there in goal. You'll find this a lot, guys who are friends off the pitch. If one of them is a goalkeeper and they end up stopping a lot of their friend's shot, there's a lot of relief and a lot of going on after they concede a goal there, which is the case in here. But Paul's pulled off another save there against Scrandinavia, and it remains at 5-4 now as ball goes to Brady. And can he get another one now? He looks to cut in, takes a shot, and it goes wide of the goal there. Kieran the follow-up though, and Paul with the save there, and it denies Scrandinavia the chance to get back into this game. The ball's been lost though. David B's coming forward. David B with a shot, and that is a 6th goal for Ivory Toast, and that has maybe put a bit of daylight between themselves and Scrandinavia. The pass there, not quite finding its target from Scrandinavia. David picks up the loose ball, and it is 6-4 now in this game, and Scrandinavia will have to dig themselves out. But David B's picked the ball quickly and takes a shot, and Barry there denying him from getting a 7th, which would have been absolute curtains for Scrandinavia in this match. Scrandinavia have it on the other side. They're still 2 goals down. There's still a bit of time. They still could come back into this if they quickly get one. A little bit of a trip there on the other side from MJ. Looks like he's up to the right, and Josh takes the shot, but it's high and wide. Kira will look to collect it on this side. Plays it all the way back to Barry, and Barry looks to get things restarted for Scrandinavia. Ball plays through to Josh. Nice little touch with bobbed around, and Barney there with a shot. Oh, and it's bounced off of David B, and it's in the back of the net there. It is an own goal, and that has maybe opened the door for Scandinavia to get back in. Paul with the save. It bounces off his own player after the initial save, and David B sees it trundle into the back of the net, and there's only 1 goal in this now. And can Scandinavia maybe get a little bit of luck, a little bit of fortune their way in order to get that goal and make it 6-all? Or will Ivory Toast see this game out and collect the 3 points that they are after? David B turns away with the ball there, makes himself a little bit of space. He's on the far side now. They're looking like they just want to kill the game, actually. Buther takes it into the corner there. Will they hold it there or will they play out? He looks to play out, actually, but it's a little bit half and half, actually. Buther, though, has the ball. He's bobbled around, and David B gets it under control there. He's definitely looking to slow things down here. Knows that they have that lead and they want to hold on to it. They don't want to give it away easily. Buther plays it and into the corner goes David B. Will he keep it there? He actually takes it out the corner pretty quickly into the middle, into Ross there, and the save, and the second from Ross, and there's the 7th. And unfortunately for Scrandinavia, this seems to be the story of the whole evening for them. Initial good save there from Barry, but it just goes straight back to the opposition, unfortunately for them. And Ross puts it away to make it 7. And that's the whistle there. 7-5, final score to Ivory Coast. Final game here of Week 8, Season 9 Fat 5 football sees Fatburn Rovers versus Flaberdeen. Fatburn Rovers in green, shooting left to right, and Flaberdeen in blue, shooting right to left. As before kickoff, as the table stood, this is a top versus bottom clash right here, as Connor just goes wide of the goal there. The reason why I'm making a significance about the before the stats, Flaberdeen have won 2 of their games already, could make it a perfect 3 with this, but it's going to be a tough ask against the league leaders. Fatburn Rovers had a bit of a mixed bag tonight here. Flaberdeen coming forward though, Jamie with the ball at feet, looks to play in through to Sean. Sean back to Connor. Oh, he set it off his own player there. Jamie's caused the block there, and eventually it is picked up and it is collected there. And now Flaberdeen have still got the ball with Sean to Connor. Connor with the shot and Connor with the goal. And it is Flaberdeen that have hit first in this match. Mike there with the ball, playing it through to Sean. And then Sean plays it back to Connor. And Connor with the shot into the back of the net there. And that makes it 1-0 to Flaberdeen. And they have struck first in this match, and they'll be delighted with that. The only problem now is they're going to have to hold on to this lead, because when Fatburn Rovers get rolling, they are almost unstoppable as a team. Timber moving forward though, he's got Jamie there for company, and Timber hits wide of the goal there, unfortunately for him and for Fatburn Rovers. Fatburn Rovers have been denied their opportunity to go forward there. Flaberdeen with corners now got it placed at Jamie, and it's just in front of Jamie there. But they still have the ball in the corners. They played all the way back to Mike. Mike now. Mike takes it wide. Terry puts in a good block there, and now it lands with Sean. Sean in the corner now, looking for some help. Sean, nice little turn there. Sean looks to get it away. Bounce to the goalkeeper. Connor gets it, and Connor scores a second goal for Flaberdeen, and they are almost in dreamland in this situation. They found themselves 2-0 up here. A bit fortuitous as it bounced off of Stephen and goes there, and Connor first to react, slots that into the back of the net, and it is 2-0 now to Flaberdeen. Mitchell looks to play that ball forward, but it's been blocked by the Flaberdeen defence, and Fatburn Rovers look to try and carve open another opportunity in this match. They'll be looking to get a goal in this game as soon as they can. Corner the far side with that ball, plays it across, and Mitchell collects. Now Timbers a chance to go forward, plays it through to Sean. Sean with the shot. Oh, just wide from Sean. That would have been a fantastic move there from Fatburn Rovers, but unfortunately unable to. And now Mike looking to find Connor. Connor now with the shot just wide of the goal there, and Timber will collect this ball as it's bounced off the boards, and he looks to slow things down a little bit for his team. Plays it across to Mitchell. Mitchell to Sean. Sean still has it, almost lost it there, but still has it. Plays it back to Timber. Timber tries a long ball, gets it completely wrong, and it's bounced off the boards there, and Connor wins that head of Mitchell. Connor with the shot, and it's just bounced around there, but it's came out the box, and Connor with the unorthodox header there, and what a finish there by Connor. The ball bounced around off the backboards and the crossbar there. The ball completely out the box. You have to see, you can look at the shadow or the ball there. It looks like it is out there. Nobody in Fatburn Rovers complaining, which is a telltale sign that even they believe it was out of the box, and it looks like a completely valid goal. What a header there by Connor, just to dink it past Stephen and goals, and it is 3-0. You have to say that is a spectacular way for Connor to finish off his hat-trick in this match. The on-loan commissioner player having a huge say in how the fixtures are going to end this week, as he gets the shot away once again, and Sean can't get that ball. It stays in the box there. And so Flaberdeen 3-0 up. If you were definitely putting on... I'll start that one again. If you were putting on a accumulator for our fixtures, this would definitely be the coupon buster you would have to feel. As the ball goes wide there, Doug takes the shot, and Doug's got the goal, and it's 4-0 now in this match. Incredible stuff here from Flaberdeen. We have not seen a Flaberdeen team like this since 2 seasons ago when they won the league, and just with their core lineup absolutely decimated with injuries and players being unavailable. Just haven't shown any of this season, and what a turnaround in form for them. Fatburn Rovers are trying everything they can. They've now switched their goalkeeper. The ex-captain James is now in, and Stevens now on the pitch to help out now. Looks like Stevens was struggling with a bit of an injury there. Hopefully that loosens up for him and helps his movement there as Sean looks to play it forward. But Sean for Fatburn Rovers has intercepted this. I'm stumbling on my words. I've got 2 Seans on the pitches here to commentate on as Connor wins that ball, plays it to Sean for Flaberdeen. Sean with the shot there, and it's in the back of the net through the legs of James and goals. 5-0 now for Flaberdeen. Incredible. Sean taking that shot on the far side there, and the leg came out to make the save, and it bounced cruelly on the inside leg for James. And Flaberdeen looking fully in control of this match. 5-0 now. Incredible stuff for these guys. They are going to go on base if the game ends like this. They'll go completely 9 out of 9 points this week, which is going to be crucial for them at the bottom of the table. But what does this mean if the scoreline ends up like this with a Flaberdeen win? What will this mean for the battle between Fatburn Rovers and Parmesan Belgrade? Fatburn Rovers could be seeing their title chances slowly slipping away from them, unfortunately. They're going to have to get back into this. As Connor jumps the tackle there and gets a 4th in this match. And that is 6-0 for Flaberdeen. Unbelievable. You have to say, though, watching this game, Connor has had a humongous influence on the direction of this game. And the 4 goals there are clear evidence for it. But even just playing it up to the other players for laying them on, assisting them, he's had a huge say in that. As Josh there tries to get the shot away, but it's saved there by James in goals. We've still got a bit of time left in this game, so Fatburn Rovers can try and do something here if they can get their stride going. As Terry plays the Mitchell with a shot, and it's just wide of the goal there. And now the ball is in their half, and Mike has it here for Flaberdeen. The ball is lost though. Mitchell collects the long ball forward. It's bounced off the goalkeeper. Sean has a chance. Sean with the shot, and Lewis there with the save. Great goalkeeping there from Lewis to deny that. You don't want to say mistake, but just that unfortunate scenario as Mitchell takes the shot. Oh, and it's hit off the goalkeeper and the crossbar, but it hasn't crossed the line, and now it's out, and now Terry gets in front of that ball and will look to play it back, but Jamie there is being called, is in the box and is back to the goalkeeper. Timber now pushing forward. Timber takes the shot. Timber gets a goal for Fatburn Rovers. Will it do much in this match? It's hard to say. What it certainly will do is reduce the goal deficit here. This could be absolutely crucial for Fatburn Rovers as they try and maintain their gap above Parmesan Belgrade. Flaberdeen, their goal difference is to be frank about it, is horrendous, as much as the rest of the others in the bottom league. So any goal they let in now is going to hurt. That 6-goal plus goal difference for them would be incredibly important, as the shot just goes wide from Mike there. Huge power, and it gets stuck behind the goal there, and James has to go and collect the ball there. James looks to get things started for Fatburn Rovers as Sean has it on the far side. Sean plays it up to Mitchell now. Mitchell now looking for a teammate. Finds it on a Timber. Yes, he does. And Timber converts the goal there. Brilliant cross pitch pass there. Switching the play there. Mitchell looks up, can see there, and places it in front of Timber. And he's got that pace just ahead of Jamie there and slots that ball away to give Fatburn Rovers 2 goals now and to make the scoreline 6-2 in this half. Now, I don't think there is enough time for Fatburn Rovers to fully come back into this game, but as I said earlier, both teams will be thinking about goal difference in the back of their mind. Fatburn Rovers to ensure that they can contain that lead above Parmesan Belgrade, as well as play to Sean. There's the box. Oh, and Sean misses a golden opportunity to get another goal for Fatburn Rovers. And in terms of the goal difference for Flaberdeen, it could be the biggest difference on them to get away from that bottom slot. As the game continues on, referee looks like it's a bundling together of players. They continue to play on. Flaberdeen have the ball. Doug's coming forward here. Well, what will Doug do? Takes the shot. He's bounced off the goalkeeper. It's in the corner. Referee raised the whistle. 6-2. Final score to Flaberdeen. Confirmation of Week 8 final scores on your screen, including those dramatic last games: Bayern Bru, Parmesan, Belgrade and Fatburn Rovers and Flaberdeen. And now turning our attention to see what it does to the league table. Fatburn Rovers stay top on 50, Parmesan Belgrade second on 48, Bayern Bru move up to third on 39, O.B City and Ivory toes only separate by 1 point in fourth and fifth. Rapid Viennetta and Flaberdeen both on 25, separate by 1 goal difference, and Scrandinavia now 8th on 24 points. Fat Fives are delighted to offer sponsorship opportunities for local, national and international businesses. If you'd like to find out more about sponsorship opportunities, go to our website at fatfives.football/sponsor. Fat Fives football player registration is open and we're accepting new players to the league. Please head to our website fatfives.football to find the player registration form on our homepage. Don't forget to like and subscribe to make sure that you're notified of all the highlights for this upcoming season.